This is the note that Juliet asks me to give to Devlin if I see him.
One more time, yeah.
Yes. This is the note that Juliet asked me to give to Devlin if I see him.
You say they put a D at the end of Devlin for some reason. It's just Devlin if I see him.
This is the note that Juliet asked me to give to Devlin if I see him. Devlin if I see him. Is that all right? The last one, do it again.
Let's try it again. Asked me.
All right. This is the note that Juliet asked. This is the note that Juliet asked me to. This is the note that Juliet asked me to give to Devlin if I see him. Try it again.
Do another word. This is the note that Juliet asked me. Just say asked me.
All right.
All right.
This is the note that Juliet asked me to give to Devlin if I see him. This wolfbane reminds me of that. This wolfsbane reminds me that we are dealing with supernatural. This wolfsbane reminds me that we are dealing with the supernatural. I received a note from Arthur asking me to meet him at his house by 9 p.m. I wonder what he wants. I wonder what he could want. What? What an amazingly beautiful night. Never has the sky been so clear nor the stars as crisp. I have asked Anisette to marry me, and she has a
That's okay.
I need it word for word, bud.
Oh, you do?
That's got to be a sky been as clear.
What a grisly shock. I went to visit with... Is that a sentence? I went
to visit with Arthur Holmwood, only to discover that his coachman had been killed, yeah.
I went to visit Arthur Holmwood.
Want to cut out with?
Yeah, it's cut out with.
Yeah. What a grisly shock. I went to visit Arthur Holmwood only to discover that his coachman had been killed, decapitated. Dracula, the demon himself. I felt his very raw evil as soon as I saw him. His very raw evil?
Yeah.
Well, Quincy, it's through. I feared your great sacrifice might have been for naught, but we won! Now Anisette and I look forward to the coming dawn and a bright new year.
Oh, go ahead.
That journey will take 40 minutes to go from St. Paul's to Westminster.
The last two times without a hitch.
To Westminster.
Westminster.
That's right. Oh, I love those guys.
They're great.
We are rolling.
And where will we be off to today, this fine day? I'm sorry. And where will we be off this fine day? And where will we be off to?
This fine day.
And where will we be off to this fine day, sir?
Better bundle your coat.
Are rolling.
And where will we be... Sorry. And where will we be... I gotta just stand up for a second.
You'll be going down the road.
Yeah. And where will we be off to on this fine day?
Second, then. Why don't you tip it up?
You want me to try something else?
No, that sounds good. Why don't you go ahead and give it a try now.
All right. And where will we be off to on this fine day?
Seems funny to me that you'd want to go somewhere you already are. I can't beat... I'm the Beatles.
That's Ringo, I think.
It seems funny to me that you'd like to go... It seems funny to me that you'd want to go somewhere that you already are.
You sound a little bit angry there.
Okay. It seems funny to me that you'd want... It seems funny to me that you'd want to go somewhere that you already are.
I'll tell you where to go, sir. I'd like to tell you where to go, sir.
Where will we be going tonight? Where will we be going? And where will we be...
Don't be afraid to say the will there. I think you have to need it.
All right. And where will we be... And where will we be going tonight, sir?
Regina, where's Arthur? Regina! Regina? Ah! Arthur, where are you? Oh, no, Jonathan. I'm too late.
And what might you be doing at this hour?
Well, I don't...
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to detain you for some questioning.
I shall take this time to update my journal. So many interesting events.
Dracula Unleashed is really more than a movie or a game. It's an interactive movie where the player will go ahead and be able to determine the outcome of the movie based on what he's done. While a movie has a beginning, middle, and end, we also have those things, but we have multiple middles and multiple endings. In that way, the player can go ahead and win ultimately, or maybe just barely win, and maybe lose in a variety of different ways. Also, on his way to trying to solve the game and destroy Dracula, he'll be able to go ahead and change the storyline based on what he's done, who he's seen, where he's gone, what objects he's picked up. So all these multiple things that the player is allowed to do, that interactivity will allow him to go ahead and change the outcome of the game. Really what we're doing here is we're combining Hollywood and hardware. We're merging the interactivity of an adventure game with video to allow us to have a new type of experience for gamers. That full motion video is really the next extent of adventure gaming. Big difference between Dracula Unleashed and something like Bram Stoker's Dracula is the fact that we really don't want to rehash the whole book. I mean, that's not our goal, and it's been done, and it's been done very well. We wanted to go ahead and start the game about 10 years after, and we bring in all the same characters that you remember, Abraham Van Helsing, Dr. Seward, Renfield, people like that, and then we introduce new characters, especially Alexander Morris, who's our main character, who's the brother of Quincy Morris, who ended up killing Dracula. Our feeling was, if you've read the book, why bother playing the game? You know the outcome, you know who kills Dracula, you know everything about that. We wanted to make it that much more. One of the big questions asked is what goes into the production of something like an interactive movie. And first of all, we need to know what our objective is, which is to make something that is very scary, obviously, a gothic horror game that builds a lot of suspense to keep people constantly playing it again and again and again. And to keep that interest high, we go ahead and have a ton of different scenes we shoot, over about 150 different scenes that the player may or may not see his first time through. Our costumes, we've got over 150 costumes that have been designed for our characters, over 40 characters. And of course, because it's a Dracula game, you have to have all the special effects, all the fog, all the gore, the stakings, the vampire women, wolves, or whatever. We know that that's essential to the game, and we wouldn't do without it.
The most exciting aspect of this whole shoot is really the collaborative effort among all the artists, the makeup artists, set designers, prop stylists, the wardrobe artists, and they all have a vision. And from a director's point of view, the biggest challenge and sometimes heartbreak, most times rewarding, is getting everyone's vision copacetic so that it can all come out as one final piece, whereas it all seems connected. The greatest challenge of shooting a film for the video game of Dracula Unleashed is that every viewer has their own concept of what Dracula should be. There's a long history of Dracula films, and the challenge we put upon ourselves is to try to create as realistic an environment for all viewers possible that they can easily lose their disbelief and get absorbed into all the drama of this piece.
Like any good movie or book or adventure game, I'm not going to tell you the ending, or multiple endings in this case, and this is what really drives the player to keep coming back and playing it again and again and again. Whether he's seen all the things he doesn't know, has he killed Dracula in the ultimate way? Has he solved it in the best way possible, or whatever? I mean, these are the things that keep people coming back and back and back to play these types of games, and certainly Dracula Unleashed won't disappoint anyone.